Howdy, peeps. It's a New Year's almost upon us. Can you believe 2024 is almost over? It's almost 2025. So a new year is almost here, and it's a new look and feel for Join the Journey Radio. So stick around. I'll tell you all about it. Join the Journey Radio starts right now.
Welcome to the infusion of positive energy into the lives of single Latter-day Saints everywhere. This is Joy in the Journey Radio.
And welcome everyone to Join the Journey Radio. I am Lance, your host for Join the Journey Radio, or as I'm going to be, I'll give myself a new moniker here, your boy JJ. I don't know, that sounds more classy, and it's a little bit more in line with Joy Radio, right? So, yeah, notes for the new year. New Year's almost upon us, and it's that time when, you know, people start making New Year's resolutions, although some people have just sworn off it because they make the resolution and nothing happens. Well, if, all I had to do was make a wish for it to come true, I don't know, we'd be having this conversation, quite frankly, because I would have been married a long time ago. Oh, but yeah, like I said, New Year's almost upon us, so we've got some changes in the works. It's a new Join the Journey Radio, so I'm not sure when you're going to see this. The last few months have been chaotic, to say the least. But, I have been continuing with content for Join the Journey Radio. The problem is that the live stream provider that I had before if you're a long-time audience member, you're going to know all the deets about that, how it just wasn't working out, all the little technical glitches that kept coming up. I could never really get fixes for them when I put in the help tickets, and it's almost like there's a defect in their product and they just don't know what to do about it. So I just said, well, why am I paying my money for something that's not doing what I need to have done? Right. So I just up and quit them. Amazing. It's like I must have had to go through like 7 or 8 different screens asking me, are you sure you want to leave? Yes, I'm sure. You don't need to ask more than once. I'm sure. But yeah. I found a new provider, and hopefully this new provider will work out. Get some of the kinks out of it, or the kinks out of me rather, as I try to learn how to use this new system. Some things are similar and some things are a little different. So I kind of gotta roll with the punches. But going forward here, Join the Journey Radio, we're going to be making some changes for the new year. So let's dig in. I'll tell you what's going down. And I hope you're excited about these changes, because I'm making a lot of these changes with you, the audience, in mind. My whole desire has always been to help Latter-day Saint singles thrive in their single years and to take more joy while they are single. And so I make these changes with that in mind. And so hopefully, this will be things that'll help you out. I'm still trying to secure guests for the program. I did have some potential takers, but the scheduling just didn't work out. So kind of out with that. I still want to bring an international flavor to the program, but of course that means bringing guests. And as I just said, bringing guests has been an issue. I still got the same problem of everyone I ask just turns me down and says no. It's almost like, how should I say this? It's like people are really willing to go on to like Facebook and YouTube and all these social media sites and leave anonymous comments. But when you invite someone to come and have like a conversation that other people can watch and actually participate in through, say, something like a chat window, which, by the way, we're going to have here with the live stream, there will be a chat window. And so be sure to come in for the live program, and you can participate live during the program through chat, interact with the guests. So I can get some. when I do get some, you will be able to interact with them, uh, ask questions. We can have, conversations that way. Um, or, hey, if you really want to come on the program, you feel passionate about a topic, then hey, let me know what the topic is. Come on the program. We'll see what we can do to arrange that. But yeah, I'm still looking for that international flavor. So we'll see how this goes. Um, I still want the focus of the program to, as always, to be helping Latter-day Saint singles thrive during their single years. Ultimately, what you want as a Latter-day Saint single is transformation, and it's not because you're a Latter-day Saint single that you want that. All people want transformation in their lives, but many of us who are Latter-day Saint singles think that that transformation equates into marriage. If I can just get married, I can get out of this singles life. If I can get married, I can move on to a better state of existence. Um, and as we discussed here on the program numerous times, that thinking is what's holding you back from taking joy in your life. Not to say that we shouldn't, go after marriage and family. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. In fact, a lot of what we talk about here on the program is designed to help you become more marriageable so that you can achieve that blessing of marriage and family in your life. But this idea that we need to escape from singles life, that singles life is something to run away from, I think we need to flip that on its head, because by continuing to see singleness as a prison that we need to break out of in order to be happy, we're leaving a lot of joy on the table. I think we need to turn that idea on its head, and we need to start thinking in new and different ways. Singleness should be something to embrace, not something to be escaped from. And I think once we learn how to embrace it and the opportunities that it provides, that opens a door for a lot of joy to come into our lives. And so I want to focus the program more on helping you become a better you, how helping you to take more joy in your life as a Latter-day Saint single. And incidentally, more joyful people are actually, more marriageable. They have a higher potential for actually getting married. So, if that is your ultimate goal, I think you need to stop chasing it directly and start looking at it, uh, looking at an indirect pursuit rather than a direct pursuit. We'll talk more about that as the year goes on. More changes in so I mean, as you can see, I'm in new digs. Welcome to the JJ Thrive Zone. A little bit Spartan right now, but eventually I'm going to add some more items to make the space more inviting. After all, I think that the JJ Thrive Zone should be encouraging everyone who's watching to want to thrive. And, it doesn't really match the image we have of Spartan anything. It's like kind of empty in here. Oh, I'm thriving in my emptiness. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll work on the decor as we go along. But yeah, I've got some new digs, so I'm totally excited about that. Stoked. So yeah, there's that. New live stream broadcast with chat. The old live stream that we had earlier in the year um, did not have a chat feature. And so I moved into something that does have a chat feature with it, as well as the ability to embed on the website. So, you can go and find the program and join the live program. Go to our website, jointhejourneyradio.com, to look up the schedule. We're going to alternate Fridays and Saturdays. I'm trying to, do different times so that I can reach different time zones in the world. Because remember, I want to give you that international flavor of what it's like to be a Latter-day Saint single in other parts of the world. I think a lot of our thinking is too U.S. centric, North American centric. I think we need to expand our vision and see more of what our Heavenly Father sees. We need to see more as God sees. And so I want to bring in more of that international aspect. Um, but yeah, there's going to be a live stream, like I said, alternating Fridays and Saturdays, so I can get more people in different time zones. I'm trying to be accommodating to as many people as I can. Um, and with the chat feature, I mean, you have the ability to come in and join. Ideal world, once I get this thing up and running, singles from all over the world could come and join the program, and we can have that live forum to chat with one another. So it's not just me you're chatting with through the chat window. It's not just the guests I bring on. It's going to be other people in the audience as well. So there's something to look forward to with that. Um, I'm hoping that this new service won't have the issues of the last one, but that remains to be seen. Um, the newer service is a bit pricier than the old one, which kind of twerks me off. I actually think I'm paying too much for this, but we'll see what comes out of it. As you can tell, there's a new look and feel of the program. I got, new music, new intro outro videos. I'm going to have new segments in the program, so different elements to help Larry St. Singles thrive during their single years. A lot of this is going to go with what I call the four-part life model. Everyone's life is composed of four parts. There's the spirit, the heart, the mind, and the body. So the spirit is the spiritual aspects of life, where in these episodes we're going to be going back to General Conference and reviewing one of the talks that was given in General Conference. So if you've got a particular conference talk that you're particularly excited about or want to see us talk about, go hit us up in the comments. Um, we're going to talk about methods to approach scripture study. We're going to look at different topics from the scriptures. We're going to talk about a Christ-centered life. So we've got those uh, episodes, and then we've got other episodes that are focused on the heart, which is the emotional side of life. So here we're going to talk about dating and relationships, always a big, big topic of interest for Latter-day Saint singles. We're going to talk about family history, and I also want to try to put in some film watch parties. I mean, one of the disappointments I had with the live stream service that I had previously was that there were so many glitches when we try to have. I mean, I don't know if you remember, like, February 2nd fell on the actual day for a program. So it was like, well, what are we going to do on Groundhog's Day? We're going to watch Groundhog Day, of course. Classic Bill Murray. So, Andy McDowell. I mean, it's just a brilliant movie and one of Bill Murray's best performances, I might add. And well, he had quite a few films actually that would qualify in that category. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, we're gonna have film watch parties. We're not just gonna come watch movies, right? I actually want to give movies, but provide commentary on things that elucidate singles life and help us to find more joy in our singles life, find more success with dating and relationships. And we're going to draw this out of the movies that we watch. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Then some episodes are going to be devoted to the mind, which is the intellectual or mental side of life. So more episodes of book club. For those who are just joining in on the program, book club is where we look at a book and we talk about a book. So of course I'm going to announce the book ahead of time, and then so that you give everyone there in the audience, you who are watching, an opportunity to read the book. So when you come to that episode of Join the Journey Radio, you join book club, and we can talk about the book with everyone having read it. And I don't want to just talk about books though. I want to kind of do the same thing I do with General Conference, right? Like when we go back to conference, we're not just talking about conference talks. We're not just reliving General Conference. We're looking at how what is being said pertains specifically to Larry St. Singles. So, um, yeah, I want to do the same thing with book club, right? I don't want to talk about books. I want to draw out ideas and thoughts that we can incorporate into our lives to find more joy as Larry St. Singles, to thrive in our single years. So, along with that, some, you know, episodes that we devote to, this part of the four-part life model, the mind, is also going to look at our thinking. I mean, this is a long-standing topic with Join the Journey Radio. As anyone who's, been a long-time audience member knows, we talk a lot about thinking. We talk a lot about the assumptions that we make that underlie our thinking. We talk about how our focus is our reality and the connection between those two. We're going to keep talking about these topics because a lot of Latter-day singles haven't stepped back to realize how much their thinking delivers the reality that they live in. And so we're just going to keep preaching that gospel until everyone's converted. Because there's a lot of truth there, right? And then last but not least, there's the body, which is the physical side of life. So anything that connects you with the physical world. So this is your health, food and nutrition, exercise, but I also want to talk about ways that you can improve your career. I want to talk about ways that you can improve your finances. These are huge, huge parts of life too, and I don't see how we can actually sit here and say we want to help Latter-day Saint singles thrive in their single years and not talk about health, food and nutrition, exercise, career, finances, because these are all really important parts of life that help us to thrive. You're not going to thrive if you're ignoring the physical side of life. So there's that. So the four-part life model: spirit, heart, mind, body. We're going to be, alternating through these topics throughout the month, every month, and yeah. So that's pretty much what we got here. So use the chat. Use the chat in the chat. Join us in the live stream. It's free. It's totally free. I don't know if you've seen. I've never actually asked for email from anyone. It's just I'm kind of like the oddball that way. It's like I never like. It's like all these websites you come to these days. You go into, it's like the first thing they do is there's this little pop-up menu, pop-up window that pops up. Pop-up window, it pops up. Wow, this is a little pop it up. Pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. What's that primary song? Looked out the window and what did I see? Popcorn popping on the apricot tree. Yeah, the pop-up window pops up and asks you for your email. I've never put that into my website. I specifically did not put that into my website because I get annoyed with everyone asking me for my email. Now, the more I learn about, how to actually be an effective content creator and how to, thrive in this particular industry, I'm learning more about why everyone does that. And okay, I've heard some evidence that kind of sways me to consider it. But, as of right now, no, I'm not asking for anyone for your email. So you can have that anonymity if you want, and just go and consume my content. It's completely free. Come join the live stream. It's completely free. But you don't have to pay anything out to participate. Come join the chat. It's free, right? Interact. Let's get some interaction going. Let's get the discussion going, because I think a lot of us, we really need to have discussions about a lot of the issues that we confront as Latter-day Saint singles. And I don't see how we thrive without having those discussions. So I want to facilitate that. My long-term hope is that, the audience builds to the point where we actually create a community of Latter-day Saint singles who are committed to help one another thrive. So that's what I'd like to see long term, but that's not where we're at right now. So yeah. Anyway, go ahead and, if you see something that you'd like to see on the program, go ahead and put it in the comments. You could come join the live stream, put it in the chat. That would be great. But you don't have to wait for that. Just go ahead and put it in the comments, down below this video, and let us know what you want to see. Is there a particular topic you want to hear discussed? Is there some addition to the program that you'd like to see? Is there something that we're doing that you don't like seeing? Let us know that too. Or hey, if you feel really passionate about a topic, volunteer to come on the program and talk about it. I think that would make much more interesting um, content than just having me babble on here. I've been doing this for, 10 years now? Yeah, 10 years. 10 years, because it was um, a little history lesson for those who don't know. It was December 12th, 2012. 12, 12, 12 that I decided to start a blog, and it was horrible. It was awful. Um, so I continued that, and then as 2013 came to a close, I decided to reinvent what I was doing, and so that's when Join the Journey Radio started, January 1, 2014, and at that time it was called radio. It was just a blog, and then I was putting in um, audio transcriptions of my blog posts with it. And then 2016, I tried starting an actual audio podcast. So they have sort of that radio feel. At 2018, I restarted it because it didn't actually take off too well in 2016. But a lot of that was tied in with um, my fiance at the time, who was at the time she was my girlfriend, and she was helping me with the program. And then um, yeah, one thing led to another, and she ended up being my ex fiance, and yeah, so I ended up having to restart. I've kept doing the blog posts, but I had to restart the the blog. I mean, excuse me, the audio portion, and I actually put in a video portion with it. I said, let's not just do audios because videos now all the rage. So yeah, let's do video. So I was putting out regular videos every week, and um, then the next year, 2019, is when I started my PhD program, and that's when things kind of fell apart, and it's been a struggle ever since. So. Um, yeah, there's that. So, hopefully with this new year, I'll be able to, put out content more consistently. I'm working to that end. Um, so, speaking of Join the Journey Radio and the website, there's some changes coming to the website as well. But I'm not going to announce them right now. I'm just actually going to just keep visiting the website to watch for the changes. JoinTheJourneyRadio.com. As always on jointhejourneyradio.com, you can find a schedule of upcoming episodes. So if you want to know when the next episode is, there's the place to go. You can also find, what book are we reading next for book club, and the date of that particular episode. So that's coming. That's changing. Other changes that are going to happen to the website, but I'm not going to talk about them right now because a lot of things are still in flux and in the works. Some things are undecided. So I'm just going to just leave it at that. Just visit jointhejourneyradio.com to find out what's changing. um, there are some things, however, that are not going to change. Um, if you're a long time audience member, you know that I've always been transparent with my audience. I haven't tried to be something I'm not. I've always admitted my flaws. Um, I've always had, displayed that authenticity because I think that's important. I mean, ultimately, I want to build a community. You're not going to build any community if you're not real with one another. And that means, you don't try to hide anything. You don't try to pretend to be something you're not. Um, you're just real and authentic with people. And so I want to be that way with my audience because that's just, first of all, it's just who I am. And second of all, it's I think that there's no other way to actually generate um, interest in a movement and building a community that really is the community I want to build is the one I've always wished were in our local geographic wards. I mean, if we had the community that we should have in all of our geographic wards, notice I'm not dropping any F bombs here. Geographic wards. That's how they're referenced in the handbook. I'm going to support the brethren and use that term. Um, if all of our geographic wards had the type of community that I want to build, and it's not hard to build it, you just have to know how to do it and have people who are willing to buy into the vision. Um, but if we had that, we wouldn't need singles wards, which I think should be done away with anyway. We would need to have, um, there'd be a lot of, how should I say this? A lot of Latter-day Saint singles would be more supported in their lives, and it'd be easier for them to thrive. And put it that way. I mean, too often there are too many of us who feel like we're alone. We don't feel like we're connected to something bigger than ourselves. We don't feel like we're connected to other people who really understand what we're going through. Um, and so it's just, yeah, yeah. And so, I've always wanted to build that community to provide support to other United States singles. And I'll always have that vision. That's not going to change. My desire to help United States singles thrive, and experience more joy in their single years, that's something that's never going to change. Never going to change. Um, so yeah, there it is. That's that's what I got for you peeps. So that's all I got for Join the Journey Radio. Hopefully these changes will, help you thrive more in your singles years. If you've got ideas, for, ways that Join the Journey Radio can be more of a help to you, then put it down below in the chat. Excuse me, the comments. I keep thinking about the chat. I'm excited about the chat, as if you can't tell. uh, and so yeah, let let's get this show more on the road and start coming together and helping one another. So yeah, again, that's all I got. Uh, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, do those things that help the algorithms to bring our program out to more and more and more people. Because that's just going to help spread the goodness, spread the love and the goodness and the joy. Just spread it all. Just spread it all. So yeah, and be sure to come back next week for another wonderful, splendiferous, joyous episode of Join the Journey Radio. So until next time, this is your host reminding you there is joy to be had all along your journey. Take that joy, journey on.